Hey guys, what's up? It's Jesse here from Pickle Madness, and today we're going to be taking a look at Paddletek's Bantam TKO-CX Series. One of the main reasons we're looking at Paddletek's Bantam TKO Series today is because of the recent Joola Gen 3 ban. And that ban left a lot of Gen 3 users scrambling to find a replacement paddle. Particularly, a lot of people had the Perseus 3, and a lot of them were switching to Paddletek's Bantam TKO series as a replacement for that. So in this review, we're going to be doing a standard review as well as doing some comparisons to the Perseus Gen 3. We're going to start off with power this time because this is where Paddletek's Bantam TKO series really shines. Even though this paddle is the newest in Paddletek's lineup, it does not feature a lot of the characteristics that newer paddles typically feature, such as thermoforming. There's no thermoformed foam. There's no foam injection around the perimeter of the paddle. There's no foam anywhere else in the paddle. And in fact, underneath this raw carbon fiber is a glass epoxy, almost fiberglass layer, which the majority of paddles a couple of years ago were made from fiberglass, but recently have all moved towards carbon fiber. Paddletek says it utilizes a honeycomb core with quick response technology, which combined with that fiberglass layer beneath the carbon fiber makes for a really poppy and powerful paddle. It's not powerful in the way that, for example, the Joola Gen 3 paddles or the gearbox is powerful. The power in this paddle feels a lot more like the power in the Engage Pursuit Pro series does. That's probably because neither of those paddles are thermoformed and they have a much flatter feel to them because of that. So for your power shots, you're not going to have as much control as to where the ball is going, but the ball will come off the face of this paddle faster. Quick thing I want to mention about the TKO-CX series in particular is on either side here, about here, they have steel balls to balance out the paddle. Because the handle in this paddle is more elongated than the standard version, which is just the TKO-C. Remember, this is the TKO-CX. So the TKO-CX has a 5.75 inch length handle, while the TKO-C has a 5.25 inch handle. Though I do want to note that the actual handle length of the Bantam series paddles from Paddletek do seem to be actually 1/4 of an inch longer when measured. So on the CX, it really is more of like a 6-inch handle, whereas on the TKO-C, you have basically a 5.5 inch handle. Now, because of the features I just mentioned, you're not going to have any problems with putaways or powerful drives or any other power shots of that sort with this kind of paddle. However, because of that, you are going to lack a little bit on the control side. And by the way, this is the 14.3 millimeter version of the TKO-CX. There is a 12.7 millimeter version, which is even more powerful. Now, when hitting control shots like drops or dinks with these Bantam series paddles, because they don't have, like I said, that same trampoline effect, you're gonna have to give the ball a little more lift on your own to make sure it actually carries over the net. Though for such thin paddles, especially the 12.7 millimeter version of the TKO-CX, they do have quite a bit of forgiveness. These paddles are also going to shine in hands battles at the net because of how fast the ball comes off the surface. As long as you are hitting with enough power at the net, the ball is going to launch off your paddle. If you do miss hit a shot, it's not going to be as forgiving as something like the Perseus 3. For people who are looking for a replacement for their Perseus 3 or another Joola Gen 3 paddle, overall both the 14.3 millimeter version and the 12.7 millimeter version are geared towards power players. Someone who loves control paddles is going to miss that more plush feel that control paddles typically come with because of the glass epoxy layer beneath the carbon fiber, which is going to make this paddle feel a lot more stiff. Of course, if you're somebody who really likes long handles, the TKO-CX is a great choice. The 5 3/4 inch handle, although again, really 6-inch handle, and you can even get a tiny bit more if you use an overgrip and wrap it a little bit higher. If you're unsure about whether you might want the shorter handle or the longer handle, just know that a longer handle allows you to get more whip. It allows you to maneuver around the ball a little bit more with your wrist. The paddle with a longer handle is going to have a heavier swing weight than the paddle with a shorter handle. As always, in the description below, there is a 10% off code for picklemadness.com. We greatly appreciate your support. Please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.